as again the first bans roll out, and Team Nemesis, they do opt to ban the Jeff against Envy, while Envy banned the Mantis against Team Nemesis.
Get this up, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, win and get in right now. Locations: Krakoa, the Hellfire Gala calls, Georgia, as well as the destination, with Mantis and Human Torch being banned. Envy just getting rid of the big players there for Nemesis to start out. And yes, there it is. Jeff is not going to have any action in this first bit, at least coming from Team Envy. Ultron save. We're going to see Speedery probably shift to that, as we've seen before. Tap is in, so do look for that, as we did expect after yesterday's matches. And we're going to follow up there with an immediate ban over to the Human Torch. Another tip of the cap to the both great players and duelists, and Speedery and Mellow. When you're looking at the follow-up bans, yep, Star-Lord is someone I expect. You know, this is two really good, just kind of meta-dominant teams, so you can expect a lot of just the kind of typical picks here. You know, Emma on the non-doms and things like that, Vic.
And if we currently see Team Nemesis get away with, rather Envy get away with having the Mantis on their side of things, and they already protected the Ultron, that's going to be scary. You're going to have that damage boost available to you, something that Envy has no issue rocking here, as the next Protect comes out onto the Venom, with Window also providing a great showcase of that Venom gameplay. Again, if they also have that damage boost, it's going to be lethal.
Oh, man.
There you go. They banned it out.
Yeah, that's what we expected there. 250 Gs on the line. These pick bans matter, every single bit of it. Now, with the save on Venom, Window, I would say, is probably my favorite Venom in this tournament. Very close. And on the other side, though, Kraz is right there. So, going to be interesting to see what they pair up with the Jet
didn't watch the tournaments much. Do you find them interesting to watch? What are your thoughts?
The Emma save is there. Last ban, don't think they were going to ban Emma either way, but with
I find this tournament here, very interesting to watch.
I would maybe think Namor and Hulk is what they could look at. They're trying to look at some strengths, or they can continue to go with the butt. Yeah, okay, so they're going to target ban Mellow.
I like this. I like how we just highlighted Mellow's flexibility with these different heroes. And now look at this target focus. Star-Lord, Torch, Bucky. Yeah, we have the Hulk and Namor, but as we roll out with everything now and everybody's gotten situated, Envy is locked in. Kaluj going to the Pride and True Captain Nero over onto the Ultron.
Yeah, I've got to say, I'm actually... Okay, a couple things I want to point out. Speedery on Psylocke, I love this out the gate. Nero back over to the Ultron. They played that the last time we saw. It really came down, if it was Hulk, I had a guess it was going to be Hulk.
You're fine.
Or it was
Take care.
Something towards Mellow.
Have a great weekend.
I love that Mellow is just going to play the opposite. And guess what? I think they're going to settle just fine to have the Namor in there with the Hulk.
No, Sentinels and
but
Dark Zero are playing
is going to be the one to watch. We're going to have to keep close eyes on the X-Men there, the bodyguard of the Hellfire Gala, as you saw in the trailer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is as good as it gets when it comes to stakes and what is on the line. Money's a lot, but even more so is the chance of history and the finals here between Envy and Nemesis, as we check out Professor X. When is he coming to the game? Wheelchair or not, we'll have to see. But Vicky, this is going to be a good one. Wheelchair or not?
I love the little highlights. I get excited when I try to theory
How would Professor X be in this game? He has to have the wheelchair, right?
But we have to see what's in store for us, because these teams, they want to make history in the infancy of the Marvel Rivals esports scene. And as we roll out for game number one in our first series, everything on the line. We see Envy rolling out with Monk being on that rocket. You have that BRB already set up.
The wheelchair's like
already getting stunned here off the beginning.
The best.
Yeah, pressure gets the highest. We'll see who rises taller here now, as Tap instantly going in there. Kaluj, not on Captain America a lot.
Oh, wow.
Window's typically the one that plays that role. It's just the aggressive set right off the bat. Look at this between Psylocke, Cap, and more.
No, but I feel like if he had a wheelchair, it would make the game so interesting.
I'm telling you, Kaluj is typically not the captain player, and I like the quick swap up here and just what they're trying to roll out right away, Vic.
Yeah, Kraz popped off at the very beginning of our series just yesterday, and he just got deleted within the first, 10 seconds of everybody rolling outside the gates. And now take a look at Nero. We talk about that Ultron engagement and being able to boost up more of those ultimates just as fast. Already getting to position as Window not only gets stunned, but Scatter is able to completely take him out.
Yeah, now looking towards it. I mean, this is going to equip Envy with what they need. 92% with the Extermination. Mellow looking to get it angle there, forced to use the Blessing of the Deep. Big cooldown. Tap can now try to look to go aggressive, as he knows he doesn't have that important protection. Now it's Nero with the Extermination chasing from behind.
Damn, Envy's looking pretty strong right now, chat.
Not the duelist, but the strategist. Nero with a clean pick off there. Nero now looking for more. Window gets the pick. Speedery continues on this thing, and right now in Nemesis, the lights are bright, and they've got to figure this thing out and slow it down.
We were talking about how strong Ultron is, especially on Dom, and like look at these follow-up style that we're
Remember,
also
chat,
seeing from Tap.
whoever
Envy
wins
has
this
been able
moves
to
on
secure
and
that
goes to the
point
land.
first, and even if they
Whoever
lost out
doesn't,
on one earlier on,
their
Team Nemesis
playoff
have not been
dreams
able to
are
break through the
over.
choke. Look at his positioning here from Kalush too. He backs away, he's got that freedom charge, and that basically adds on to another strategist ultimate if you really want to see it like that.
This pace is blistering. They want this thing right now, throwing haymakers from the first second off the clock now with the ults charging and ready to go. It's going to be the dance of the butterflies. Execution happening here with nothing to come from it there. Good rotation from NEMESIS. Great positioning from the team, but Nero getting their biggest player out of this thing.
Oh my God.
That's the ticket to success as Tap continues to do the same. And this is, I mean, they are kicking the door down and saying, we are here in the lower brackets, our comfort zone, Vic.
They're forcing staggers out here. Melo could even utilize his whale. He didn't even have a positioning to even set up the squids. And we have another Ultron ultimate from Nero. The damage impact from the Ultron.
Team Nemesis has 5 fucking ults, and like they lost the first map.
Once to put one toe in line on this point. Talk about a dominating start here for Envy.
I mean, not even an opening, just a statement, Vic. Just absolute 5th gear to start it out, and it did start with what we saw in the pick ban. I think obviously that went well for them, but this is, you know, this is what you expect from Envy. You know, the game yesterday was rough for them here, but if you do look at the side of Team Nemesis, who, you know, honestly didn't even get to set up shop on the point for a moment there, they do have ults ready.
Wow.
They're loaded, powder keg ready to blow, but they've got to get some light going. I mean, look at the stat board.
Windows gone down once.
I mean, to be honest with you, when everyone has been asked, hey, what team do you want to play against? What team do you want to play against? They always say Envy, but Envy's in a lower bracket right now.
Working up
They
what
did,
to do because
they did do really well in China, but they're not
they need to
looking...
also have some space to set up. And Envy hasn't given them that space once when they got that first pick off and forced out a stagger.
Your ult bars are stacked, but not the odds as of right now as they continue to jump in. And we've got the Loki here. Dink's going to Loki.
How are you streaming someone else's stream without getting in
trouble?
trouble?
A little bit of survivability.
Don't snitch on me, but if you snitch, I might get banned.
Psylocke at times. Looking for it though. Tap flying up, trying to get the first aggression once again, and they're gonna just pick up where they left off. Monster Hulk's gonna be coming from Kraz right away. They've got to get value from this Vic. They're gonna just commit on that one before.
It's a tournament stream.
Everything, but Ricky
you
does
can
have that
stream
ult
the
to keep him
tournament.
up.
Just go stream.
Whale ready to jump. Nero with good positioning here, and the Psylocke now rotating Speedery and him on the back part of the point.
You have to look at Speedery, though. Being on that Psylocke, you're going to continuously harass the backliners, and Ricky with the invisible boundary is going to need everything with a Median going down because Tap
you can co-stream your friends' streams.
I
mean, if they're friends, they're probably not going to have a problem with it, right?
Even been able to use any of their
I don't think
ultimates.
you get in trouble for watching other people's streams, unless you're like watching the stream and probably like saying some crazy shit that you're not supposed to be saying.
Then Psylocke Speedy with what is just a huge opening from them, and we've talked about this. I love when Speedy
Chunky
does
Vanilla. I appreciate the Master Prime sub.
Ultron, great character, but love to see the deadly duelist come to life. Call it art, call it murder. Psylocke just calls it a lower bracket. As we look at Nero trying to get more pick damage. Scatter has the opening. They could go with this with the whale if they want to. Amadi can get the pressure with the execution, but now they're allowing Envy to continue to charge up and, you know, answer the response.
Just gives me a little excited to see what the sneak peek is going to look like for the patch 4.5 when we play on it, but it's going to be extermination for extermination now to open up on the side of Nero from Amadian more defensively to keep his team alive. Team Nemesis are trying to force their way onto this point with Envy already approaching 50%. Invisible Boundary is going to keep this fight going.
Team Nemesis got a kill. W.
Down. Amadian gets the follow-up onto Window, except they have the Rocket Raccoon and the BRB, bringing them right back around. Silent Seduction didn't seduce anybody, it looks like here, as Scatter's going to get taken down almost immediately. Nero falling low, but Envy staying alive as Kalush, together with Speedery, have not only harassed this backline, but Amadian completely turning things around. Having number advantage for right now, and Deeks will be able to come in with a God of Mischief.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness, got the firmware patch ready. The Ultron picking up right where they left off yesterday, and Madian keeping them in this thing. Absolutely Ricky with the Sanctuary to get the fight started, but was broken fast. Now Speedery looking for more, trying to get some poke damage on here. Getting rid of the squids. Good start here as they continue to position out of it. 84%. And Nemesis might get their first touch of the point. Vic, they do. We have percentage, everybody.
Hey,
14
it's
Nemesis.
not a total blowout. W.
Reset.
They were so
I do
originally.
think this is going to be a
Collusion's
pretty
help
fast
here
series,
too,
though.
Speedery on the hunt, trying to go through the backside of the map as Mello close to that whale once again. See the dive attempt from Kalushu to split the focus, and Speedery also trying to harass his backline. He's got the dance of the Cutterflies available, and Nemadian does have extermination to help restabilize everybody here from Team Nemesis as Tap waiting to get the final dive here together. The follow-up as Nero's gonna open up this fight first with the extermination. Needs some help before backing away. The focus is real as Kraz takes him down, brings him to the floor, and Nemadian still finds window here from the back.
Straight from a nightmare.
Jesus Christ, I'm so glad this is not in the game anymore.
Look at this rotation from Kraz, but is going to go down in verse banner form, and just a quick finish there from the Omega level X-Men.
I'm so glad that's not in the game
looking
anymore.
for more. They're going to push in. They got the pick they needed here. Going to see if Window can get the opening, but no, Kalush is going to lead the charge. The lead of the Avengers pushes towards Loki. We've seen this before. Call the Avengers. No, this is Envy versus Nemesis. The more fights happen, Tap, Nero continue to get the domination on this one. As now they just easily get the team out of there, and they're going to get this point right back, Vic.
Finally, they flip it right here around. They're about to hit 90%. I've never seen a World Breaker Hope, by the way, health bar just get deleted so fast. They call out the Loki. That's a big stagger. And now Team Nemesis, with no Doctor Strange in sight here, they have to try to recontest. They try to force it into overtime, but they take out Mello next.
Just choreographing the funeral here, step after
well,
step.
Oh, they got a support ult
A
out.
little bit too late. Nero gets Kraz out of there once again. Kraz suffering here at the beginning of this matchup. Speedy once more. Dance execution. One going for more.
Oh, I like that dance execution. Wait a minute.
Continues to get it done. Switched over to Nero. We've got the execution, and that is going to execute the odds of Team Nemesis to get a chance to win this domination. Krakoa firmly belongs to Team Envy.
No surprise there, Cozy.
Well,
dominating, their win rate is so far on Domination thus far. They came out swinging from the gates, now evening up the score and tying it, where Domination, they stand at 8-3 after that dub alone. But Envy, the way they were able to recontest immediately afterwards,
I
just
got
allowing Team
Doritos. I thought this was going to be a closer game.
Yeah, they didn't come here to play. They came to reclaim the throne of what was this team coming in. And honestly, Vicky, first of all, look at Kalush, not dying once, month living, completely fine. Window, diving in there, getting a couple deaths in there. But other than that, this team,
whoever loses here doesn't make it to land. Whoever wins does make it to land.
Phase, perfection, right? Mix things up. Speedery now over to the duelist, pure role that we've seen them, and they're just combination of ults and aggressiveness.
That's what
you expect to see.
This is a best of 5.
This team is always so evident on how they open up the day.
Best of 5, and whoever wins this moves to land.
Yeah, you have Tap just burning you down literally on the Phoenix, and was constantly getting these follows, by the way, together with Window, who was diving that backline. And then you have Kalush also splitting the attention of your strategist. That's why we saw Team Nemesis swap over to the Loki, right? You want to try to divert more of that dive attention when you put up those lanterns, but they didn't do much.
Didn't Rainbow Six add a character in a wheelchair? Did they actually?
Everybody's photo in that side room. You finally get set up for the first time if you want to run the Gamma Squids, and then you get deleted when you're World Breaker Hulk, and you can't even try to split more attention from the back line.
Yeah, Nemesis is typically a team that tries to thrive in.
Is that character still in the game? That's actually pretty cool. Yo, Bradley, appreciate the massive prime sub.
If you are the favorites, you got to still, prove that you are the favorites, and Envy doing a great job at that. I mean, there really is just not a lot to highlight there in the terms of Nemesis. 1 point cap was all they had. Nemadian, I would say, was the one thing I could take away at something clicking for them from yesterday. But it's going to be.
But the actual character operates 2 robots.
Eliminating what Mello does in his comfort pick. Speeder 23-1, 12,000 damage to boot. Oh boy, Vicky,
Wing Zero for 11 months. Appreciate it. How you doing?
So far?
Yeah, you don't have a foundation if you have no strategist to help build up that foundation. And with Speedery,
that's a character with a wheelchair, but you don't play the character with the wheelchair. Huh, that's interesting.
And then Speedery following up, while Tap in the other side is just going to blow up the rest of your team. It's hard. 23-1, 12,000 damage done, and 12 final hits already to open up the series.
Absolutely. Win and you're in. We're already done with our domination match already. I feel like, Vic, every time we go up, it's just fast speed runs, fast claim points, 5-minute games yesterday. This one, not much different here, but when you look at it, listen, I mean, you have to now approach the pick ban phase a bit different if you're Nemesis. You kind of saw what they approached with, and Envy actually talked about this at China. I was talking to Kalush, and I said, do you ban towards the other team or for your team? Like, what are you trying to get accomplished there? And they're always just trying to get things set up for their own team, right? Yeah.
Oh shit, he actually is in a wheelchair. Yeah.
They try to make Mello and Team Nemesis kind of off their rocker a little bit, and so they went and attacked what I think made them great. We've seen Dark Zero with that same approach, so good job from them.
Yeah, no, it depends
Appreciate the
on
massive
what
new
the
tier
second
1 sub, my
game
friend.
type
Welcome,
is gonna
welcome.
be, right? 'Cause if
100
you
Thieves
look at
plays the third
record
game
that
of the
Envy
day.
has, it's a scary record at
Pretty
that.
sure.
They're 6-3 currently on Convoy, but 2-3 on
Yeah,
Convergence. And Team
third game of
Nemesis
the day,
are
yeah.
currently 1-4 on Convergence. We're gonna have to see where Team Nemesis take us, Cozy.
You know what momentum could
Fly
do in
Quest
this
and
tournament,
100
guys. We're about to find out when we go to match number two between these two teams. Win and you're in. We're about to find out. We're going to take a quick break and get back to the action.
1,466. It's 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves and Fly Quest are the ones that made it through. Yeah. When I play Siege, I played the bald one because it reminds me of you. What? Yo, Joaber 51. Appreciate it, I get this up. Wait, what does that mean?
Yeah, let's go, Chip.
Yeah, I'm not bald, bro.
Yeah, let's go, Chip.
Unpopular opinion, but silver and gold are basically celestial with all the Smurfs. You can't, wait, you can't climb anymore. I say that is not true. I've seen a lot of people climb out of silver and gold. Emily actually has been putting in a lot of work because we have a tournament coming up. After the reset, she was bronze, and now I think she's in plat, so. But then again, Emily is goated on the sticks, so maybe she can't count. Emily's shark is crazy. She's been holding back too. Is she a shark main? I'm in a 10-minute queue for my Celestial 1 rank up. Oh, bro, I hit Celestial 1 today, and then I had the worst game, so good luck. Look up Pulse on Rainbow Six. It looks like Jay3. Yeah, but this guy looks like a Chad. Are you guys saying that I look like a Chad? Look at him. He looks badass. He looks badass. Nah, he looks badass. I get where that person's coming from. I play a Smurf to play with my friends, and a lot of people have their accounts D-rank/Smurf and playing against people and are clearing myself. Well, to be honest with you, if you do make an alt account and you do play with your friends and whatnot, and let's just say you have let's just say in this case you do have an eternity count. Well, to be honest with you, you shouldn't be a fucking asshole or a dickhead, and like you should be playing characters that are not your main to like maybe practice on. You know, have a little even playing field. Obviously, your mechanics and game knowledge are probably going to be a lot higher than like the lower ranked person, but you shouldn't be playing your fucking mains on a bronze account. That's an asshole thing. I have an alt account, but I don't play fucking Bucky or my what do you call it, Punisher on that account.
Eliminated by a team in this lower bracket, but looking at lower bracket,
I play Spider-Man and I go 2-14, and people are wondering,
they got, you know,
who the fuck is this guy going Spider-Man?
They had to beat FlyQuest in the lower bracket. They went then to Ego Death, then to Shroud X, winning 3 matches, best of 5 in a row.
Yo, what's up, Dad? I wanted to call you. I didn't know you left, but
this team confident. They get a little bit.
I wanted to know if you took away all the boxes. You didn't need to do that. I appreciate it, Dad.
Oh, that's how you know they're sitting back. But now, you know, back's against the wall. We're here in that lower bracket, and you can't be
appreciate
too
it, Dad.
comfortable.
W,
But if that's
love
how you
you.
want to open up our series after the map that we just saw right now,
What's
then
up, Strife?
that's a pretty dominating
What's up,
performance.
all in
Maybe
one?
a sweep here if Envy is angry and looking to take the revenge reversal as we take a look at our next map too, because we'll be moving on to Midtown. And as I highlighted already,
What match are you most excited for?
That's the second best game
I'm
mode
excited for all of them.
Team Envy. This is where Team
I think
Nemesis
Envy
takes
against
them,
Nemesis
and
might be a
they're
quick
currently
game, but the
1-2
next game, which is going to be
on
Sentinels
Midtown as we do
against
move on over
Dark
to
Zero, is
Midtown.
going to be good.
Yeah, funny
Also,
enough,
the
too,
100 Thieves
Envy-
game is going to be good
Nemesis
too.
usually dominates when they do win. 2-0 Dark Zero. You know, they got the 3-0 yesterday. But
Yo,
then when they
a
lose,
wet
kinda shows
chinchilla.
off
Appreciate the
right
massive
off the
gift
bat
sub.
here. But this team is experienced. They've been here before, so they know exactly what to expect when the pressure's high. Emma Band's going to go right off the bat there from Team Nemesis down to them. I don't think I would do the Emma. Well, the Emma save is a bit more important here if you are going to be Team Nemesis with that band to start things off.
Yeah, I
The
didn't know
save
you
is gonna
left
go
that.
Ultron. They're going to stick with that
You
same
said you were going to
strategy.
sweep,
Why
and then
not
you
with
were
Nero
never.
and what he did?
I turned around, you weren't here.
Nero was absolutely crazy, and we're going to see
Appreciate
a
it.
different look here too. I'm expecting because Speedery also being as flexible as Speedery is between the Psylocke, we know he's also been able to
Joe
rock
Burr,
that
appreciate the
Ultron
massive
with
gift tier
the
one sub.
Nero
What's up,
popping
Hunter?
off.
How you doing? How you
Phoenix,
doing?
Torch. There's only so many bands you have.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. We're watching the tournaments.
You could just see the 3-3. So you either see the target focus ban on the Vanguards, or you can see it on the strategist.
Well,
The only difference
Drims,
here
everyone's
is
in the tournament,
Envy
or
playing
scrimming.
as heavy dive as they were before. It's so difficult to try to have the damage output that you need if you're rocking triple strategist from the Team Nemesis side to deal with that.
I do like this swap up though. I like this swap up from Nemesis, really trying to do something a bit different. Go and attack Kalush here, forcing him. I mean, he plays the Strange and whatnot completely fine, so we'll see if they rotate to that. And again, we just saw Kalush play Captain America, so
I just played
guy
Cal.
can do it all over there.
Did you ask him why he's not playing?
Vet, the Fortress himself, the Vanguard in Kalush. Looking at the bands, so back over to the Mellow bands. We're going to get the Human Torch. They're going to go back to back here. Wondering if Nemesis tries to save. Oh, look at this, just going and attacking Kalush. Completely,
this.
all the main takes. Yeah, this is a cool strategy from Nemesis, you know, just to give them something
Ooh,
different. That does open up
Nemesis
Star-Lord
banning
and
the-
Human Torch for this team, though. You know, you can only ban so much, so you're opening up their duelists to carry a bit more. You know, Vanguards, sometimes you get banned out, Vicky, and then the other roles have to step it up here. And listen, Tap and Speeder are two that can do that with ease. And that's what I would expect. Right there, Vicky, I expected them to save the Winter Soldier because they knew what
What's up,
this next
Connie?
ban was going to be.
And let's see if this is going to be the Mantis ban too, because like you said, if they're opening up the floor for these duelists to pop off, and the last thing you want is a damage boosted Ultron and damage boosted duelists that are going to terrorize not only your backline, but really harass that front line too with the Vanguards that they want to roll out with, as the Groot is the next ban here from Envy, showing some of that respect here too, because we also have seen that flexibility when it comes to Kraz scattered together, as Scatter really likes the Emma, considering that now with that protection over to the Emma, we'll probably see Kraz on, or rather Scatter on that, while Kraz still has the availability to have that Venom.
The Crash popped off yesterday as Groot, and especially on this map, just a good play line. You know, they could go Groot here themselves, right? They can match it again. They get rid of the biggest threat that Speeder can play in the Torch. Star-Lord still available, so look for that. But let's see, Kalush is gonna go Thor. Oh yeah. Hey, listen, we saw that in the early seeding. The aggression out the gate doesn't work typically the entire way there to the point, Vic. But you can certainly open up with the Thor, and then you have the old, Moon Knight Storm special.
Wow, this is the first time, by the way, we've seen Winter Soldier lock in for the America stage 2. That's to also highlight.
Yeah,
how we've
100
been
Thieves
seeing a
plays
lot
the
more of
third
an
match of the
influx
day.
Bucky making their way, especially when it comes to Convoy or even Convergence, as we've seen before. But it's Midtown.
What's up, Wally?
For map number 2,
Or,
we
wait,
see
no,
the
it's Wally.
Vanguard target. We see the duelist now
Chat,
being able to pop
dude,
off here.
chopsticks
As
make
Team
so much
Nemesis,
sense
they
when
don't
you're
have a
eating
group.
chips.
They can't
So
run
you
the
so you
Star-Lord,
don't
no
get those
Torch, no
nasty ass
Mantis.
fucking
Meanwhile,
like
on the
residue
other
on your
hand,
fingers and you
Envy
touch your
will have
mouse
a
and
Doctor
keyboard.
Strange portal to
Keep everything
recontest,
clean,
but they
bro.
will have to recontest if they're finding these crucial picks to be able to just push forward.
Yeah, listen, Nemesis knows exactly what Mello can do when he locks in the absolute snowball duelist in Winter Soldier, who's gotten so many good buffs time and time again. Good anti-dive, solves some of the
No, because
problems
if
that
you
they
lick
just
your
had.
fingers and then
But
touch
yeah,
your
looking
mouse,
towards
your
it here.
keyboard's still gonna
Not
be
a better flyer in the
nasty.
game than Speedery, so
Nah,
that
chat,
Storm's
you
gonna be a
guys
lot
are-
of
you
fun
guys
to
are coming out with
witness.
the worst
And Tap,
takes, man.
It could be a demon on anyone, but that Moon Knight Conchu's ready to serve.
We've seen how crazy Moonlight gets that ultimate ready to go to break through this choke. I like this rotation, by the way, from Envy. Team Nemesis caught a little off guard, actually playing into Envy's game plan here. If they're funneled in that side room, you get to work into the hand of Conchu even quicker, bouncing off the walls and off that middle console here. But it's going to be the high ground in favor for Mello being on that Magneto. As we talk about, Mello likes to run the 3-3 if he has to be on that Magneto, but taking a lot of that damage already. Look at Tap, look at Speedery, damage boost available, and you get the potential to peel away with that speed boost too.
Yeah, we got a weather warning, thunderstorm warning here from
my
Speedery once
goodness.
again. I'm
Wow,
telling you,
they
there's not a
actually
better
kinda-
one in this
they
game.
kinda
It's the
rolled
Thunder
that,
Gods getting it done.
that spawn
Thor
camp.
on the ground, storm in the air. what do you know, guys? This is for everything. We're getting a Thor out here. This is what you want to see. It's hammer time once again. Stop hammer time. We have Tap already at 90% pick.
We've been seeing this a lot more often too. A lot more of these Vanguards getting creative. If it's not the
I just saw
Angela,
that.
the
How's it
Thor
going?
has been
Going
making
well,
its
Dad.
way
We're watching the
when it
tournament
comes to
today.
working through these chokeholds too. Want to be able to get the wombo combo, and Tap's got the hand of Khonshu. You see Team Nemesis rolling out on a portal. Again, something that Envy cannot do. Nero and a month both very close to the strategist ultimates, as Window also wants to be able to bring everybody together if they want to get the follow-up on the hand of Khonshu.
Oh, there's a combo wombo, and Khonshu says smite, and Moon Knight says, all right, gets the
Damn, Tap is actually popping. Now I understand.
Massacre comes from Tap himself, and the cleanup follows from
chat.
Kalush, who has been playing a lot more of it. We heard it from the interview. So fun to see. Just this. This is a scary looking comp. This cool Avengers team. Can I see this in the MCU? Thor, Storm, Moon Knight. Come on now, this be sick. As they continue to just push right down Main Street.
That'd be hype. That'd be hype. Maybe a little cameo, you know, Blade punching the floor right now. As a Median comes right back around on the Ultron. Ricky does have that invisible boundary. Thor ultimate just slamming down, not gonna be able to find anyone. The invisible boundary was forced out at the very least from Ricky on the edge of the payload, as Nero's gonna try to match that together with the Soul Resurgence. Omega Hurricane, as both strategists have already been able to use that up, it's gonna be up to Dinks to now have that reserved fate of both worlds. Now no strategist ultimates available from Team Nemesis, and you have that Psionic Seduction coming out from Scatter, as Petery is just gonna try
Who's
to reposition
winning?
behind the truck.
Right now, Envy, Dad. Who do you think is gonna win, Dad? Envy or Team Nemesis?
Continues to fall. Kalush looks the hammer doesn't miss. I can barely say the name right now as the action is packed. Speedery looking for more from above. Damage boost is on, fueling the teammates that do so well. Window continuing to throw. He's got once again the imprisonment ready to go. Looking for more. Tap swapped over to Winter Soldier.
When is the new GTA coming out? Dad,
Nemesis meet their Doom. Window pushing
how do
forward,
you
putting the
even
walls
know what
behind.
GTA
Spear
is?
from the top. Okay, this is looking different here, and I like the
I've
approach
never
of
heard
the
my
video.
dad say that.
I mean, this is the set of rounds of the strategist ultimates that Envy wanted to work into. That's why they were just able to back away when they saw that Psionic Seduction, and they force out those ultimates with the Omega Hurricane from Dinks. Now with Amadian far away from having that extermination and Mello being the next to go out, no numbers on the side of Team Nemesis. This is just
Hey, that was a good hold by Team Nemesis, though.
Oh my goodness, it's Nero getting it done for the man. I mean, they're doing exactly what we wanted to see, Vic, with the strategist stepping it up massively. And Nero at that, whether it be the Ultron of old, now we've got the Guardian of the Galaxy and Mantis. Speedery going over to Logan, hunting the prey. Nope, now switches to Peter, gonna go up in the air. I bet you he thought he was banned. He's like, oh wait, I do have access to this guy. Definitely gonna use it if I can. Look at this terrifying duelist lineup again. Gonna have to do a little bit of heavy lifting here. Kalush is getting target banned, so he's gonna be continuing to try to do what he can on the God of Thunder. Storms of Brewing continue now, throwing the lightning and trying to get a mating.
My dad and TTK's
They
dad
really
playing
wanted to. We know that Nero could also
GTA
go right over to that Ultron to get
six
some
together.
backup over to Speedery. But why would you do that when you have that damage boost month with that BRB tap? Getting that follow-up onto Kraz, that's going to be brutal. Kraz is not going to be able to successfully dive these backlines. It's going to be CC for days as they see your extermination from Team Nemesis. Ricky has that invisible boundary. Dinks to try to rotate through that with the fate of both worlds as Kalush slams down the hammer and Scatter finds Window. It's a big pick off now as both Vanguards are out and forcing Envy to back away and finally give some space over to Team Nemesis.
Yeah, Diamond's not cracking under pressure. Good job from Scatter, getting that Imma and having the difference there. That's going to be a huge key win condition for them, having the Imma.
What does this computer say?
Imma. Always good here in this game mode. Now Ricky and friends on top looking to see what they can do. Nemesis, good rotation as always. Tap those, got the Kraken impact, ready to rock and load. You can also do the legendary to follow. They're going to have to perfect this.
What a fucking freeze. What a fucking freeze.
Freezes? Count that one out.
Oh my God.
Swap up, and now he gets to have the dance off with the fate of both worlds, trying to get the slam down, but it's Mello answering first. Tap can't get a reset because he has no.
Oh, Mello popping off
with another wipe here. They are finding their footing.
Nice.
Hey Vicky, I mean they saved it for a reason, right? Call the Kraken, call Mellophobia.
Team Nemesis might take this.
This team on this guy. Soldier is in and no one's walking out. Love to see what he continues to do on this hero. That was our first save of Bucky in this tournament.
No,
it's for
chat,
good
Sentinels
reason.
is not out.
Showcase
Play
right
next.
there.
Only 60 seconds left.
The wombo combo, reset potential, less than a minute now on the clock. Speedery's got the legendary as Tap makes a swap over to the sidelock, by the way. Sidelock seduction, beautiful. Installing not only the legendary, but the pull in from Ricky, but he's coming right back around with the BRB. Extermination now coming up from a median, but Windows already found Ricky with the tether. Speedery finds Mellow next, and it's only 3 left
that was
from
pretty
Team
fast.
Nemesis, making 2.
Last fight
And
territory,
it's gonna
though.
be Envy
Team
coming
Nemesis
back with
is
the wipe,
looking-
and they've conserved some of these ultimates. Nero
Oh, I don't
still
think
has
Team
that Mantis ultimate going
Nemesis
into
is
that
gonna win
next
this next
fight
fight.
with the
They
Soul
got
Resurgence,
nothing,
and
chat. They got
I
nothing.
mean, not today.
The closest ult that they're close, the closest ult is Invis Woman.
Legendary. They just go right
That's
to the next
30%
track. I mean,
away.
Twice the freeze, the seduction. Peter Quill's got to lock in.
Anti-carjack someone too. Yes, Dad, you can do
They continue
everything.
to push forward. Tap on the side lock now with the portal opening up. Getting back into this thing is going to be Nemesis. They've got the access to the Strange. It's Nero with the ult up. Monk can follow. Kalush goes down. Speeder as well.
Wait, Envy's throwing.
That's huge. Their moments. This is crazy.
What is
Oh my
What the fuck is Envy doing? They had like 2 ults or 3 ults on top of Nemesis.
Focus up here.
What
This is for
the
everything.
fuck, bro?
We're just gonna go through the whole periodic table. We're gonna go for an E9 this time around. Like, what? There's no way.
How they opened that, Vicky? Moon Knight, Thor.
Chat.
Talk about
Professional
picking
players,
bands
by the
that
way.
work their way. You can have Star-Lord. You can play what you want, Duelist. We're gonna shut down the Vanguard lines. We got Melophobia there at the hands of Winter
No,
Soldier.
look, dog. 100 Thieves won.
Unbelievable. Insanity. I can't believe it.
It's
Dude,
the slow
why
turnaround
wouldn't you?
from
Why
Nero.
wouldn't you just
We're
play
looking
point
at the
and
point
kill who
like,
comes
wait
to
a
point?
minute.
Wait, guys. I
Pushed
thought we
too
were-
far.
What happened to Speedery? What happened to, yeah, the 2 fell there was Collusion Speedery, I think, but that leaves plenty on the line. I don't know where Window was or Tap. We had eyes on Nero there. I think Tap was pushed forward a bit.
We don't have that much,
As
chat.
well, but
we only have
Wolf-
20.
That's just
We
a
only
lack
have 20
of
seconds. I can't do.
Yeah.
I can't do that in 20
And there was a
seconds.
portal right there that we saw opened up originally there too from Team Nemesis, so they were ready to recontest just in case, but Envy wanted to push on their advantage even after they had lost out on 2. Maybe Nero looking back like, oh, I should have been there, but, you know, we go next in this case as we flip the script. Envy coming out of the gates here as Team Nemesis getting set up.
I mean, we've heard a lot of ledge today, but not a lot of dairy coming there from the end of the ultimate. Now, as the team that can't put up a defense of a lifetime is going to be Envy. They know what they can do, but it's gonna be
Envy,
tougher when you don't have a lot of
you
take
know,
options.
I don't want to
Captain
say it,
America
chat,
and
but
Venom is
Envy
what
probably
they'll roll
deserves
with.
to lose after
Continue with
doing
the same
that, bro.
lineup.
Come on, man.
They're
Hey,
just
at least
trying
that's
to
not
dominate
as bad as
Wolf
Dark
Maybe
Zero
they're playing
doing a whole
very good
fucking
story. Maybe
C9.
just a
Remember
little
that?
bit less there from Speedery, but one of the best we've seen in the tournament as well, Vic.
Really impressing me too, but he swaps right over to the Ultron after seeing the composition that they're met with. Nice split positioning from Envy. You have the high to low ground that you have to now look right behind you. A maiden gets dove on together with Speedery and Window. Nero already approaching that extermination as well as a median wanting to try to open things up with that to follow up with Mellow, enabling him. But before the dive comes out from Window, taking a good chunk of that damage, he gets choke slammed by Mother. Scatter, forcing him to scatter away.
Choke
And now
slam
they're gonna
by
try to
who?
go in for a reset, but I like this pressure that we're seeing from Team Nemesis. The pull in, preventing Window from getting resetted.
And Melo's already up and ready to go with the Kraken impact. He knows that nobody has their ult there on the other side. Nero is going to be able to exterminate right now. Month actually can get close to it. Vicky, this makes a lot more sense why Nemesis did this. They are not great at the triple Vanguard, triple strategist. So what do? They just roll out and get rid of that option for Envy. Speedery, though, does get the pick on Kraz. That at least slows things down for a second. Remember, no portal. Stuck there on a little bit of a lip. As now there goes the dance of the butterflies, trying to continue to get big moments. And armed and sliced, armed and dead.
He thought he was safe within the invisible.
That looked like my
boundary.
ult.
Only
Wait a
so
minute.
Window had dived in and got the
Yo,
tether.
if they need
Right
a
on
professional
time
Bucky
onto
player who
Mel,
can
they
pop his
shut
ult and
down
die
the
instantly,
potential
sign me up,
of the
bro. I'll
Kraken
take a
impact
pay
with
check.
The legendary from Speedery trying to isolate that one member
I could do
coming
that.
from Team Nemesis. That's gonna be Mellow. Dinks trying to protect him with the fate of both worlds too. Everyone gets set into position and Month has that BRB, but with Kaluj using it up, anybody that goes down from Envy can't come right back around. That's gonna be Speedery next, and Team Nemesis have the number advantage, but the Freedom Charge is gonna stall.
Look at what a mating continues to do. Oh my goodness. Just complete disrespect. Extermination comes from Nero, but mating just with the 1-2 pop gets rid of him quickly there as they continue to make their way up. That's a massive difference. Look at Envy. They used everything, Vicky. And it's the strategy.
Wait, if Captain America dies and he drops his shield, chat,
They're the ones right
could
now
he
getting
just
the
pick up his
important
shield
picks in their
and,
clutch
like,
moments there as we have
use that.
Rocket ult go up. Nero is going to be playing the Jeff now. Extermination happening for the team. But the pick
It's not like Thor's hammer, right?
I mean, Melo doesn't play the Moon Knight. He plays the Bucky. This is just fitting their comp perfectly.
And that's why they wanted to save it here. First time, once again, that we see the Bucky prioritized and saved as Melo's close to another crack and impact. They have the number advantage. Nero had swapped over to the Jeff. The Jeff could force him off this point. But first, you need to take control of this fight. And with Melo finding Tap next, the staggers are coming out.
Team Nemesis is doing really well.
99%. The Kraken's armed. We'll see if it farms. I mean, looking at it, Melo wants
You'll just feel unworthy
from it as he continues. Look at this. I mean, he's just right now. It's like punching drywall.
No, I definitely feel worthy.
He's just shooting the. just keeping the aim fresh. You know, he's over there and.
Yeah, like if Punisher dies, you should be able to pick up his gun.
Now looking for more. It's going to be Window jumping in. The Symbiotic going for the feast. Looking for more. Does get the fight. The follow-up's not there, though. The shield's there. It's the armed. It's a dangerous. This time not stop. Tap goes to Crash. That's going to be a quick elimination, but they want more from the strategist. Look at the pull in Vicky. Ricky, one of the best on Sue Storm. Forced to get Window out of there.
Dude, that survivability was insane, keeping Window alive after he got choke slammed, after he got focused by the Kraken impact. Invisible Boundary did its job. It is forced out from Ricky. We see the extermination, and Nero has the Luna Snow in his mouth, but there is nowhere to run when a main is waiting for you on the other side. I mean, where can you go at this point? On the other side of the subway, on the back end of Team Nemesis.
Appreciate the massive new Prime sub, my friend. Welcome.
In this fight. He's about to have that
is it
Avenge? So he can stall for even longer.
Appreciate the massive gift sub as well.
With the Sia for month.
This is how Nemesis won against Rat. They just had the answer to every ultimate. They were able to counter it with great success. We're seeing that now, but Speedery is going to get the pick. Tap's going to follow Nero well. So right now just doing it in the neutral, which is exactly what Envy had to do. They don't have much outside the Kalush ult to lead the way to this battle's victory.
How you doing? I appreciate it.
War, not quite yet, but they needed that Vic. They had to win without using much. Did so there. Minute 53 seconds, not a ton of time, but they don't have to go far.
And they get to roll out almost with that invisible boundary too, right? You get to put Melophobia into that position, and together with the Invisible Woman team up.
Wait, that's actually pretty sick. They need a team up between Cap and Thor, where Thor throws his hammer and ricochets off Cap's shield.
Another piece of the abyss. Everybody together inside the subway as Melo forces him to back away. It's clobbering time as they open up the doors, but they have Ricky with that survivability. Tap is gonna look to try to dive in with that Cutterfly, as well as Nero forcing them off the point.
Yeah, but here it comes the assassin waltz.
Oh, so close, so close.
Did not get much from it. Maybe he did get a pick, but outside of that, nothing. And that down goes that.
Oh.
The Ultron gets the better of the clone now. Melophobia gets Nero out of here. Nero not exactly getting what they want from the Baby Shark. Crash to follow as well. It's not just going to be Speedery that tries to keep at least some sustain here, and that's all they really need with what they can do with Window, but Scatter knows the assignment, gonna go diamond form and try to not crack under the pressure. That's now Speedery. They are pushing the point and continue to do so. Madian attacking the air, and this is what you want to do if you're Nemesis. Get rid of these pesky flies that are just sustaining this point.
I also really like the trigger control that
Damn,
we're seeing.
Speedery, nice fucking aim, nice tracking.
Deegs activates a Fate of Both Worlds, and that was all on purpose too from Team Nemesis, so that way they can have a better rotation between both the Luna Snow ult and the Invisible Woman ultimate. Month is going to be able to match out with the Sia. Now you have less than 30 seconds on the clock if you want to get right before that second
Team Nemesis was doing so well, and then just got hit with a roadblock. We may not have even needed it at this point. Sure, we can see 9-4 days here, but look at the ult economy that they're working with.
Yeah, Cracky didn't answer that time either. Window with the Kalush as well. An awful E9, but they can make it up right here as time has expired. 2 fights at least to win.
Nice play by Window.
Gobble up, it's snack time, not for Jeff, but for the symbiote. Noel is applauding now as Speeder used the ult there. That's going to continue to push them in. Scatter now with this seduction, keeping people in. They have the clobbering time to follow, but Kalush is able to keep the team up with the pseudo ult. Kalush gets a trade on Ricky. That's going to be huge to stop this momentum effort. That's going to force a Mady now with the Kalush.
I think that might be GG's, chat. They're probably going to get a portal down, but that might be GG's.
Look to get it done. The body blocks are here. Vicky
Damn, look at Window. Oh! He was nice body block by Window.
Let me out. Let me out.
Uncool misfit. Appreciate the massive prime sub.
Hold them back right before that second checkpoint, and Envy doing the deed despite the C9, the E9 in this case, and they win Midtown.
Envy just don't lose.
I mean,
Well, they are in the losers bracket, so
Did they just win the domination so confidently? They're like, you know what? Let's just mix it up. Let's just throw in some somatics, right? Make it fun. No, that was just a really good defensive hold from them, especially in point 2. They won every single ult fight and neutral from that point out, because the point 1 belonged obviously to Nemesis and what they did. Then Vicky, I mean, they answered the call.
well, look on the bright side.
Heroes
If
not getting done,
Envy
Jeff.
wins
They
the
were
next
able to
game, then
quickly get
we
rid of
watch
that,
the next
but they
series. The
quick
next
swap
series is
Speeder
going to be really
going back
good.
to the Ultron, and they just kind of played the defense comp, right? And that's what they needed to do, and they won through it.
I'll be real, the biggest clutch factor too was the BRB. Sometimes it can be easily unnoticed, but that BRB, the amount of times we saw Window go down first, but it forced out Team Nemesis to use how many of those ultimates in that subway? We had Kraz going over to
I don't
the
know,
thing
man.
to try
We
to shut down
have
Speedily, who was on
like
the side
9
originally.
emote
They
slots
tried to get
left on
these
7
follows,
TV,
but
bro.
they still stayed alive.
We don't have a lot of
for
emote
so
slots
long.
left.
Even the Jeff didn't work. They couldn't push that cart one bit because over on the sky,
we're gonna have to
we
do an
still
interview.
have the
I
Ultron
forgot about
still
that.
putting down more of that pressure too.
Yeah, just showing there's more than one ways to defuse the bomb of Mello, right? I mean, he was armed, but they were better armed. I mean, they always had an answer to it as we look at the MVP.
Damn, that guy just got fucking
of that
evaporated.
matchup, and really just that's the definition of a good coordination play. You know, I think you could highlight just about anyone there and what they did. Speeder, you're going to be taking it though. 33 and 6, 30k damage starting on the duelist, going to 10k
Yeah,
healing.
I don't
Still insane
know
for the time that they
what
had
is
on
the
hero.
least
All right, Vicky, 2-0 right now,
used
Envy.
emote
I mean,
chat.
we always talk about this, and we've shown this before with other matchups. That
2030.
felt like that was the map that Nemesis had to take, right? You have to win though. It's like in football when someone gets a bunch of fumbles, you have to win those games, and that was a fumble of an E9, and they didn't win.
Yeah, for free in this economy, like we take those and then it wasn't capitalized.
Why
That's
they-
the one thing, right? Like despite even Ricky had popped off, Mello was shut down consistently. How many resets did we see after that first checkpoint? There was no opportunity. They kept catching Mello, which is what forced out that Silex swap. And even then, Window pushed his advantage. We saw him isolate one of the backliners before they could even get through the choke. And then Mello had to witness the crime, and that further staggered them even more.
Yeah, it was a difference of the Vanguards too, if I'm being honest. If you look at it, I think Ricky and Dinks did a great job answering the call on the strategist front. They always countered, right? They did their job.
Yep.
Amadium was doing well in the air. I mean, Mello played great. He did his job. If you look at it, Kraz and Scatter, though, I just didn't see a lot of setup opportunities for the team, right? Like, I just didn't get to see that space difference made, and that is because you have Window and Kaluge just pushing in full force there with Cap and Venom. But that's a tough one. Tough one. You got to, again, try to relock, reload. You can make the, the craziest storyline of all time with a reverse sweep. We'll have to see, guys. We're going to take a quick break, let these teams reset, and then we'll be right back.
Why is Vicky chat? The casters look at the camera so they can connect with you. When you talk to someone, when you go to school, or when you like talk to your boss or your coworkers, what do you do? You make eye contact. What else are you gonna do? You don't like look away or play with your phone or like You don't look at the no chat. You don't look at the ground, bro. You make eye contact when someone talk to me right now. Talk to me. Come on. We're gonna practice. Come on, chat. Hello. How are you? Oh, fantastic. That's great. What are you doing this weekend? Watching Jay3? That is the best thing you could possibly do this weekend. Jay3, I heard, is very tall, jacked, precise, handsome, got a lot of hair. Yeah. Jay don't got soul in his eyes for that. I do not eat popcorn with chopsticks. Now that is weird. That is weird. Oh great. I just realized we're listening to the Luna song. I'm gonna get fucking DMCA'd again. I like to watch Jay3 on my TV so he looks life-sized. How big is life-sized? Like at least 7 feet, right? I heard Jay eats the banana for the shape. Hell yeah, I do. Also, I eat a banana the long way. Yeah. Oh, shit. So, I bought my dad a costume, and I bought myself a costume, and we're gonna take a picture together, and we're gonna post it on social media, chat. You guys are not gonna want to miss that. So follow my Twitter, follow my Instagram. It's gonna be fire. My costume comes in tomorrow. Okay. Hopefully it's Dr. Evil and Mini-Me. No, bro. Dr. Evil and Mini-Me are not Marvel characters, chat.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to match number 3. We just come off the heels of match 2 in VE90. That could have them beeline into Georgia, it looks like, though, with the 2-0 to start.
Daphne?
I mean,
I appreciate the massive prime sub, my friend.
Here.
Welcome.
Marvel's Ignite, but that, wow, what a game we just came from. But that at least give somewhat of a blueprint on how Nemesis can
it's
win
it's Marvel related. It's Marvel related.
Yeah, if they have the opportunity
Jay put
to,
me
and
with
if it presents
bro, she don't know
them,
you, bro.
Again, because Envy may be challenging
He don't
themselves.
know you, bro.
You know, let's let loose a little bit because we're having a good time, or not, right? There's so much on the line here, but we have Envy sitting at match point at the moment in our best of 5. We're moving on to map number 3, and it's looking grim right now. If you're Team Nemesis, you're looking back at that pick and ban phase, and you're wondering, as you already highlighted, Cozy, the Vanguards are a problem.
I just want to let you know, I'm 5'7", but I'm 5'8" with my shoes.
Even without Doctor Strange available to them to recontest in a lot of these occasions, which Team Nemesis had available to them, they couldn't even utilize that to their own potential to rotate through another round of ultimates.
Yeah, I think what they try to do is obviously shut down Kaluge, because if you look at what Envy does well, they just have great flexibility. And I think Tap complements Speedery very well in how they can swap.
Okay, chat, let's see this. Let's see this. Come on.
Ultron, then Nero switches.
Hopefully this is a quick 3-0 so we can move on to the crazy games.
Player, but I like what Tap's able to do in
I want to see the crazy
games. Very similar
crazy.
hero pools, but that Ultron Psylocke, a lot of fun to watch, and the difference there. Looking at it, though, it has been really the song and dance of the strategist. This is kind of what we thought, Vicky. Ricky and Dinks have been playing and answering the notes that they need to, hit, but the symphony needs every single person to nail it there in the orchestra. And if you're looking across Nemesis, we've got to see what the Vanguards can do. Now, again, Nemesis always picks Symbiotic Service every single time when their back's against a wall.
Which is interesting, honestly, because they've been 0-2 so far on Symbiotic Surface, whereas in their Convergence run in general, they're 1-4. The best time that they've ever had was on Central Park. And I do like the pick and ban phase at the moment because they recognize the Ultron being a problem while protecting the Ultron for themselves. That's something that we saw Envy actually protect right out of the gates when they were able to play these last 2 maps.
Yeah, and what it does is it just stops a lot of the rotations that they can do, and that was smart answer there. We'll see as they now get rid of the cap. They're like, okay, well, the other Vanguards didn't work. But then at that point, Magneto, Emma, Strange, all those are firing for Kaluge. This is a much better time to have Jeff, too. We've seen Jeff make a big impact here, sometimes even more than the Kraken impact. Star-Lord going to be banned. Venom to follow. So they're attacking the dive. And that's what's been a big problem for them as well.
I like the respect because the dive obviously is it works into Envy's game plan amazingly, as you've already seen in the last 2 maps, and the Star-Lord ban too from Envy showcasing that respect and the flexibility that we know that Mello has. Because if it's not that Star-Lord,
Yo,
we've
front
seen the
line.
Bucky,
Appreciate the
we've
massive
seen
gift, my friend.
The Bucky, though, not as much of a problem for them to worry about. They protect the Mantis, something else that we've seen them roll out within the last 2 maps too.
Yeah, and taking a look here at the bans. What I like too is they get rid of the dive. So they're playing the anti-dive. They're going to be on offense first. They're going to now get rid of the Human Torch. So no flame on here from Johnny Storm. Last save. Do they go with the Winter Soldier? I guess why not? They could go with that. Yeah, okay, yeah, why not?
Okay.
It works for them. That's obviously what is such a big condition for them to win, is just Mello popping off. That's what they've relied on to get to where they're at now, right, Vicky? So
Symbiotic Surface Convergence.
Attacking Kraz a little bit.
And also attacking Mello there too. That's why they had to go for the protection over onto the Bucky. And I did say the last
To
two
be
maps
honest
were
with you,
Mantis, but it was actually just
I
that last map
like
alone, right? Because
Envy's
they actually
bans
had
more than I
banned
like
Mantis
Team
against
Nemesis.
Envy for game number 1. Seeing the protection though onto the Mantis after what we just witnessed within our second game this time around, and the Jeff focusing on that strategist.
Yeah,
but the
this
dive,
looks
kind of trying to negate that here too. No follow potential between the Torch and the Ultron, as Ultron gets that ultimate so quickly, whereas now
both
Team
teams
Nemesis
didn't
get to
even
play a
ban
little
Emma
bit more into
too.
their
Wait, that's
comfort zone.
Crazy. Absolutely here, guys. It is map number 3. If Envy wins this, we will see
I'm not
them
gonna.
at
Dude,
Atlanta, Georgia.
I have a
play for it
bathroom
all
like a
in
few
the
steps away from me.
finals
Why would I get a
at Atlanta. Nemesis
catheter?
wants to continue to
Chat.
make history for this org in Rivals. It starts here. I'm telling you,
Come on.
1-2, anything can happen right now. 0-2 is a lot different story. Momentum completely gone at this moment. But all
Okay,
you
let's
need
get
is
this.
the quick swap and switch of it here
Oh, shit, wait.
on this
Did I predict?
symbiotic surface map that we've seen so many
Oh,
times.
I think I already
spooky season
predicted.
here
Okay,
in
cool.
October. As now the teams get ready to fight, Kraz is going to be on that Strange to open up with the quick portal play. And as you can see, Envy setting up Tap is going to be on that Adam Warlock roll. They're going to, cause the team just to play perfect with so many reses to boot.
I do like the homework too that we see from Team Nemesis, because despite having some trouble on Convergence, this is actually the most troublesome map that Envy has had to deal with, because they're
Go in a
currently
Mountain
0-2
Dew bottle like
on
a real
symbiotic
gamer.
surface, as Kraz is
That's
going to open up the
disgusting.
gates already, maybe trying to get
I don't
right
think I've
behind them
ever in
up
my
on the
life
high ground
peed in a
here,
bottle.
too, but allowing them to have the safety to counter rotate up on the high ground.
Trying to get even a little bit of damage there from the cracks of the portal. Love to see now as they continue to rain in. They're going to put a little bit of healing there to the side. Nice play from Window.
Yo,
Let's see
the
Window
Gucci.
play
Appreciate the
through
massive
all
gift
that
this time, my
much.
friend.
So cool to see the rotation once again and that flexibility. Speeder, you're going to be matching the Bucky v Bucky. They know what they want to roll with. Sometimes you got to have the impact meet the impact. Kraken's fight. As Titans fight now, Window moving in, 36% climbing
Chat.
on the ult side. So
Not
far, a little bit
peeing
away
in a
against
bottle
everybody. It's the
doesn't
neutral
mean you
fight.
haven't
Lanterns
lived.
down.
Are
Good
you
pop-off early there,
guys on
causing
crack?
to keep the team alive. Aggression. As
And
they
Wheezing
fought through
Muffin.
from
Appreciate the
Nemesis,
massive
it's
prime
now
sub.
gonna be the quick
Welcome.
rotation. They're going to try to find that opening pick.
Kraz taking a good chunk of that damage, and he's already used up that Venom armor too. Amadian wants to get that extermination just as quickly, defensively, to get these Vanguards up in the front line. Window being on the Groot and taking that ability away from Team Nemesis to utilize that, also building up that space. But with him getting taken down, Kraz being able to narrow down that one pick, Nero's going to get the trade from the other side, and Speedery does have the reset potential. And as you highlighted with the Adam Warlock having
think he's
tap
gonna pop it.
and that flexibility, it's going to be another elongated fight as Team Nemesis lost out on those double Vanguards and want to back away.
Hey, I appreciate Wheezing. Welcome.
There on Mantis, because Tap was still far from the
Chat.
res, and that was actually the time to take it, right? When
Even if you're on a road trip and you got to go to the bathroom, guys have it, pretty easy. Especially if there's like a lot of trees and everything, just whip it out and go pee on a tree, bro.
At least 2 fights they could just win with those conditions. Mello though has the
And Gold Ace, appreciate the massive prime sub.
Let's see if this Kraken impact does the old Mello favorite.
There's be any follow-up potential here too. They can enable him with Ricky and Kraz with the Feast of the Abyss, but Speedery, Tap, they're gonna have to do it twice if they do not isolate Tap. Thanks to Month being on that Loki too.
This is a good
We
hold by
already
Envy.
know the
Hey,
Born
Envy
Agains
does
are
have
gonna
6
echo like a
ults, chat.
chorus within our
Nemesis
screen,
is about
but
to
you
have
also
6
see
ults
this
as
dive
well.
coming
We're about
out
to
as
see an
Nero
ult
trying to
fest.
get the stun originally. He's got the Soul's Resurgence as he comes diving in. Speedery already has the reset after finding Dinks, and that's a big first pick because you won't have the fate of
Oh,
Focus
what
to
a
keep you alive.
what a
It's
hit!
gonna be Speedery here on the Winter Soldier, throwing it down again and again. And
Damn, what a hit on the flying guy.
That is just
Ultron.
perfection there once again from Envy. The mean green machine right now between Groot, you got the Loki lanterns, you have
Oh
Mantis.
shit!
I mean, just
Thank you for
absolutely
reminding me
getting
about
it
that.
done here.
Holy
Tapped and
fuck!
have to use
What
the
am I
res. They
doing
still
with my
have
life?
Everything, Vicky.
That Groot wall, just trying to get the tilted one so that way he could have some high elevation.
Thank you.
Play around a head glitch there too. While you see Team Nemesis rotate from the high ground right now, they're gonna open things up with the mating and the
I
extermination.
just wasted at least like
Have to be careful
10,000
the way that Dinks
experience.
and Ricky survive through this too, because they want to be able to time these rotations if they want to counter Month and the God of Mischief, copying the Adam Warlock, and Tap holding on to that Karmic Revival.
And now Tap playing a little bit there, passive win cam, poking if able. Maybe trying to go on the back in here and exterminating the back line, but they do a good rotation. It's going to be the quick kicks of the Diamond Form. Nero once again getting it done. Speedery to follow, getting the best of Mello, and why he's such a good duelist.
There you go.
And the respect has been earned.
Okay,
across
chat, we're
team
fishing.
to team. Got to fear the speed. Kalush gets the
We're
rest.
fishing.
And, oh man, right now 27
Also,
seconds
looks like
left. They've
looks
got
like
the
this
rest.
might
They
be
have
an
the Kraken.
easy
Oh,
3-0,
Vicky,
chat.
oh boy.
I feel bad for Team Nemesis, but God v Murdoch. Ooh, appreciate the massive new tier 1 sub, my friend. Welcome, welcome.
They help peel for their own strategies here, even with a Median trying to take a roundabout rotation to try to go in for that back line.
I forgot about my fishing, bro.
And they still have that karmic revival.
All right, here we go. Jumping in here is going to be Kraz, trying to get a little bit of a distraction, but right now just bringing at all angles. The seduction's happening. We'll see if the combo can follow with it. Mellophobia's got the Kraken up. This is the most important Kraken impact of his lifetime. He lands it on Window. He gets one. Can he get two? As he looks to feast for more, but the match is from Speedery.
Oh, killed the... Nice.
Multiple times coming.
He has a reset, chat. He has a reset.
And on top of that, tap to follow. Born again, win again. It's all over. Vicky, the screen is melting. The fight is now the Infinity War, the in-game for Nemesis.
Come on, hit that shot, hit that shot, hit that shot. Come on, man. Jay3 can hit that shot. I need you to hit that shot, Speedery. You're better than that.
Right there, what they needed to get this point. They won't have the elongated fight that they need. As overtime's ticking away, they can't give up this space.
Oh no, don't tell me they're gonna cat first.
Pops off, taking out not only the vanguards, but
well, they cat first, chat. Wow, good shit by Team Nemesis.
Unbelievable. Scatter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Showing he can do more. Incredible job to give them life, Vicky. I mean, what? Tap. Born again.
What is that guy's thing? Something.
You thought it was everything they had, but it was mellow.
Something do mommies
to keep this team alive.
Wait.
This is Scatter's
sleep on mommy's lap while she's working? Is that what his thing says?
Blocks for the Emma, except they didn't use it up this time around because the Emma hasn't been banned against Team Nemesis as Envy taking another roundabout rotate. Everybody on top of the platform invited to the party as Window with these cheeky rotates, allowing these group walls to help cover their line of sight before managing to wrap around. He's got the strangling prison, and they can try to go in for a wombo combo here as Envy want to get these follow-ups together with Collusion, the Psionic Seduction, and Tap being on that Phoenix.
Wow, damn, Window is fucking good, bro. Window is fucking good. He beat my ass today in ranked.
And Tap has that Phoenix ultimate reserve for this next fight.
I mean, goodness, there's no windows on that wall. He finds two as he continues to throw down the thorns. Just craziness as Collusion now just pushing them back, saying, look at me. Take a look at Mother now. Good wall out there on Scatter. They're getting rid of the most important player.
Take a look at Mother now.
Minute and 12 seconds left. If you're Nemesis, look what you have, all right? You have Mellow. You've got the Scatter. This is how they won the last one.
Siri or Google.
I mean, they can completely at least.
Why did my Google turn on when I said that?
Further in point 2. If that's, you know, at least the end goal for them right now. Looking a lot better than getting capped there on point 1. Good rotation from them, but Envy has everything to answer the call as well.
Yeah, they have the eternal bond here. Month can equally copy that on the God of Mischief and keep this fight going just as long as a body box attempts. They do come out, but they come out of the high ground instead as Kalush meets them, forced to drop down. Speedery's positioning here as he wants to go in for these resets. He's got that Kraken impact already, and Windows building up into another strangling prison. Opening up this fight, it's going to be a Median here. Dinks also being on that Loki, going to be able to keep them alive. Month as well in the backline together with Speedery as the invisible boundary comes out to combine that together with the eternal bond, meeting them from the other side from Nero to keep Envy underneath the invisible boundary.
Ricky doing a good job keeping his teammates alive there through the ultimates. There it is once again. It is Winter's Surgeon. It's Mellow with 1-2, but Tap puts a quick into it with the 1-2 Tap himself. There goes the Phoenix raining down, trying to guess the rotate. Did not connect on that with overtime ticking. This is once again.
Bro, this guy is getting ults like crazy. Oh, but he didn't get any kills.
It's now going to be Crash rotating out, getting a quick jump in, bounce in, Tap, getting pushed back now, going for the feast, punishing there the Feast of the Abyss. Crash trying to do more. Speedery has that cracking it back. Dinks can copy and follow here. Mellow to the quick sidelock. Vicky, this is once again on the ropes.
And they have to continue.
Oh no!
Right now. They're trying to
oh no, bro! Speedery hooked the clone and tried to ult the clone, and the clone disappeared while Mellophobia walked away. Oh no!
And a Median follows up to find Window, shoving them all in that side room and in that choke. Overtime ticking away. They cannot get off this point just yet, as Nero has the eternal bond to start off the engagement.
The clock is screaming, so are we. We're so close here to point number 2 for Nemesis as Tap moves in, and at the point going down, Vicky Nero used the eternal bond. That's the last one they have till Month is about to follow up now with nothing of Nemesis. Scatters close. Kraz as well. They've got to survive this. Nothing strategist-wise. Ricky throws it up. Invisible boundaries here. The Roman Coliseum opens up. The last fight's happening. happen. Speeder gets a pick on Dinks, though. This is it. We got a huge Phoenix coming down from tap once again, trying to find Ricky, looking now for more. It's going to be Dinks, the effort, going for the big pick, and scatters out of this thing, Vic.
And a follow up there at the very least because Melo has the dance of the cutter, but he's lost out on Ricky and Scatter. Number advantage in favor for Envy right now, but with a Mayday keeping them alive. Look at Speedery taking to the skies, floating Dr. Strange here as he continues to harass him, but Speedery also needing to back away, needing some of that health. Window makes a desperate swap over to the Angela here as triple Vanguard rolls out and
I am really surprised that Envy is still holding this. Also, Window switched off the Groot to go Angela to come back on.
Check of the bars and chapter in their story moving forward. Now Speedery on the Strange has the Agamotto ready to set up. It's going to come right after this seduction from Kalush. Looking for more. Good patience from him. Waiting for the group up. Waiting for the moment now as he finds Melo looking for that opposition on the duel sin. Melo gets tapped though. Hello opening as they continue to move in and look at the rotation. Once again, Kraz and Melo close. Here they go as Nero puts out the purple path to success. It's going to be the swallow though from the Jeff. Abe Sharkin. Dinks takes it away, and that's a huge one because Speeder has got the Agamotto.
No Agamotto.
Damn, no, Team Nemesis might take this.
Two members off the table thanks to the
Team Nemesis.
Cue the Jaws music. John Williams happy after that one, and with Nero getting taken out, the plan works out for Team Nemesis and that last minute swap up with the Jeff.
Can you believe it? I mean, it's the stuff you tell stories about.
Damn.
Once again from
Damn, this is doable. Hey, Team Nemesis can take a map off Envy.
This is a big win for Nemesis that had nothing of no fast start coming from them. But it's
I don't know why.
It doesn't matter how you take your opening blows. Dinks with the biggest.
I don't know why Speedery was holding for so long on his ult.
Of a lifetime, and then they don't even use it, right? You have the quick swap. Back over Speedery on the Star-Lord for the open space, open airfield here. Going to be once again tapped, trying to get rid of Kraz in that minute. That is Venom. There's the symbol from the Avenger Scatter. Once again, leading the team, Vicky.
And with the Freedom Charge too, to lead the helm well as Kalush is able to find Kraz, big pick, and Ricky's close to that invisible boundary. It's a 1v1 up in the sky though, and it's Speedery trying to isolate a Madian. This forces Team Nemesis to back away because they cannot stagger here with less than 30 seconds on the clock, and Envy have that Groot hug coming up together alongside Speedery with the Legendary and Tap with the Phoenix reset.
All right, now trying to get their positionings ready. They've got Legendary, with that Phoenix. I mean, with the window ult. Envy, show us why you were the favorites. We'll see if the combos come together, but Melo and Ricky can get it done. They've got what they need. Legends are made. Legendary in the sky gets a pick on Melo. That's the
damn. At least he got one pick. That's the
just to keep this team alive.
Got the pick on the DPS that has ult too. Ooh, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna be able to come back. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a long overtime. I mean, it has been a long overtime.
Comes down, splashes, dashes, connects to nothing.
And with the side of seduction too from Kalush, they want to get these follows, but Nero keeps Envy alive and keeps Kalush in the driver's seat. Look at the damage output too from the Emma as Kraska schools in for the follow-up. He's at the Feast of the Abyss. Scatter going down, and Dinks is close to the fate of both worlds. Overtime ticking away in favor for Envy to try to hold this defense, and Window will come right back around with that strangling prison. He may have been meleeed before by a medium point blank, but now with Team Nemesis, they have the survivability here. They want to prevent Envy from rotating with Monk and that God of Mischief.
Chat.
Like
how long is this fucking overtime?
With the window down once again. That's happened now twice on this one team fight. Speeder, he tries to get out of there. Cannot. The Madian's on fire with the 1-2 click yet again. Scatter.
Oh my
Dinks,
god.
it's ice in the veins. Fire in the hands, Vicky.
But they can't get off the point. Overtime ticking away, and Month and the rest of the strategist Nero force inside the spawn room gates. Look at Crash waiting around, an Apex Predator waiting to dive together as Window builds up this space.
Team Nemesis is putting on a fucking show right now with Envy.
He has the ultimate ready to go after it was interrupted as he was taking down the moment he pressed
the button. Yo, how you doing, Shiv? Do we get to see you today? I'm guessing you're doing the later two games.
To try to harass the strategist back by 2.
Window just trying to stay alive, does the group, but nothing comes from it.
Nice, you got one of the good games. You got I don't know who's gonna win after these games, but I'm pretty sure Envy, right? But you got
trying to keep this team up.
You got Flight Quest and 100 Thieves. That's gonna be a great game. Also, the other game that I'm really looking forward to, other than that game, is Sentinels.
They get it done, but
Sentinels
Vicky,
against
oh my God, Nemesis
Dark
pushes
Zero is
it
gonna be a
toward the
really
net.
good fucking
Where they
game.
had zero time and how long of a fight that second checkpoint was. Like, we were going on with a Doctor Strange portal reset. We had the rocket coming out. That was insane. They almost got it to the third checkpoint. And Cozy, we know how hard it is usually to finish off this map.
Oh my gosh, I'm just getting. I'm still getting over the Jeff eat
Right.
of the Speedery.
Throw it back for shit.
And the patience.
Whoa,
I mean,
we don't do
was
that here.
popping
Check how
off
much
the
heals they
Age
have.
of
Okay, I'm gonna
Maiden
do that
there.
right now.
Getting rid of window at every which
I
opportunity.
can't do
And
that.
hey, the Terror Cape from Nero could not have come at a better time. They
There
came
you
up
go.
empty with all the ults there at the final fight. What just
Chat,
happened?
I'm not hosting this
Mr.
lobby,
California
bro.
would be so proud here looking at a Median 7 final hits. The damage output combined together with the healing output almost tied.
Narrow and
20,
Month 37,000 and 32,500.
Ricky, and again, the potential opportunities that Ricky has had for these insane freezes whenever Ricky's on
Chip,
that Luna,
you're going to
30,000
you're
healing
going to
output. Then you
Atlanta,
look at
right?
Nero, and Nero now making a swap over to the Jeff. They've had enough of it. They've seen the baby shark, and now they're going to be able to replicate it.
Why do you guys
And
call
if
it
there's ever
Baby
time to
Shark,
be
bro?
heroes, it's right now, as Nemesis has to continue
Couldn't tell you if
to
I knew.
put on a
Oh, really?
defensive effort of a lifetime now.
I hope so.
They're down, not out, as they push in window once again on that group. Looks for the easy combos there with Speeder and Nero over to the Shark.
No,
Advance to the
I don't
top
think
for the
they're doing
most part.
streamers.
Outside that one big play on this map. Looking towards it though, Mello 32% and the battle just started.
To wonder which of these ultimates are going to be
Take care,
reserved
Shami.
for
Have a good night. Have a good
Hero
night.
Shark when he wants to go in for the edge, Jeff. We're seeing a lot of teams deal with it a lot better. As time
Ooh,
has
yep,
gone on,
nope,
as a
there go
grapple
he-
in, and the
he got
freeze.
exploded,
We
bro.
just witnessed the murder here as Speedery
Listen,
gets called out. Team Nemesis
I would
starting off
love
their
to go
defense
to the grand
even
finals,
stronger
chat,
this time
and
around.
like I
As the
said,
dive-in
I
comes
would
in
go
from Kress,
myself,
letting
but that
them
means
know,
if I
I'm
go
sure you
myself,
don't
I
like
can't
it,
co-stream,
as another beautiful grapple comes
even if I'm not
in, and
invited.
Canadian deals a
And,
final
but
blow onto
that,
Month.
I want to co-stream. That's
My
the
goodness,
that's the
look
exact
at their
reason.
Like clockwork, Melophobia gets tap out of this thing, and this is the way to open up this defensive effort from Nemesis. I love this guy just always punching air, shooting walls. He's just thirsty for more. Melophobia knows it's going to be on his back here to continue this run from this last seeded team. Cracking impact.
Like
ready
you
to go on
guys
the side of
like
Envy.
these co-streams, right?
gonna
I love
blank, especially
watching
with
the
these
pro
zero
games with you
swaps.
guys.
Zero will be the
Unless
first
you guys
to
want me to
call.
leave and not co-stream with you guys.
So fast,
because you
looking
guys
at
don't
how
like
quick
me, but you
Melo
guys
got
like
that
me, right?
freaking Impact, by the way. Oh, almost getting another
Right, chat?
grapple in. That would have been another devastating pick here in favor for Team Nemesis as Amadian opens up the gates first. Extermination
what do you-
coming out, but
do you
Melo
mean no
finds tap
leave?
in the back as the rest of Envy's vanguards were rotating to the left side, down mid, down the lane, and Kraz gets the trade-off onto Month. No BRB this time around available, this time with Envy having to back away too, and Nero does have that It's Jeff.
And just perfect staggering they're able to do here. Just not letting Envy set up whatsoever. We're seeing the rotations and heroes, the
get me in a
strategies and
headlock,
combos they're trying to
please.
come up
What?
with. Still,
Appreciate it,
you know,
Michael.
a ton of time. 2 minutes, 7 seconds. Nemesis took every bit of it, and they still got to where they're at. So Envy can get back into this thing.
I love you and my kids love you too.
98%
Hey,
for
hey,
that
W,
legendary
your
hero
kids
can
watch?
open up with
That's
what
a
they need
W.
to. They have to coordinate this perfectly. But once again, we've been highlighting it all tournament long, all month long. It's the rotation, the positioning of Nemesis. They're ready for the ults, ready for what's to come now as the show goes on. The pool is
Envy-
out now. Speeder is trying to find more and continue for more, but Tap gets Kraz. That will give them the opening to have Speedery push the aggression. No more Vanguards. They have to worry
Chat,
about
I'm
as
scared
well.
for
They're not gonna
Envy.
get the
Envy
combos.
is
A good patience too from the high ground as well. They're
Ooh,
slowly
Windows
following
Windows are a really
as
good tank player, man.
well. The Meteor M slam down onto Dink's head. Put that God of Mischief away. Loki sent back to the spawn, and the isolation on the Silent Seduction to target focus Ricky as we have the Mother v Mother fight into the siren, but it's Scatter who is one shot and Kaluj, and the rest of Envy
Wow,
get
he's
this tail
kicking him so he
moving.
can't. Wow, what a
King
great
and
stagger.
Lance now as they are able
What
to get
a
rid of
great
the NC.
stagger by fucking
Good
Envy.
little punch there from Kaluj to get the best of Scatter. And they get the point. They have 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Obviously took every bit of time. I'm telling you, always punching, Vicky. Always punching. Looking at this next fight, though, Amadian has been their ticket to success. And I mean, watch Tap. They're always eyes on him. But it's always, the call is answered because Ricky keeps the team alive there. Ricky and Deeks are always trying to find Amadian, make sure he's healthy during that extermination, using it offensively more than anything.
Oh, huge stun right there, too. Together with Tap, they want to try to capitalize off of the space that they've built up.
Man, if
As Team
everyone's playing
Nemesis
Bucky,
rotate
chat,
up
I
on this
should...
high ground, looking down at Envy. Speedery close out Legendary, but it's a sign of seduction from Scatter first. They can follow up with a Median, having that extermination, and Kraz wanting to get the tether and dive down with the reset on the Feast of the Abyss. As Nero comes in with the itch.
Oh, big Jeff ult. Big Jeff ult.
And there is no target focus onto the itch Jeff as he's found
Damn.
a Bucky and the Luna. A little bit of revenge, but now the team is split up and Envy get to have a little bit more space.
Just absolutely again turning the backline into the buffet that we've seen yet again. Nowhere to go, but Nero gets their opening. Here comes a Median back over to the Strange. They lose off on the Ultron, but gets the team back into this thing to stop what has been the Envy momentum since it. Tap gets Ricky out. That's a huge stagger. The portal's there, though. Mellow to follow. They're not going to have what it takes to stop this thing, but they get the cap, though, back on it.
BS ultimate needs to go hard here. We've been having some misses, but not this time around with the Median making that swap over to the Doctor Strange.
No, this is
finding Scatter right next.
not on the
and
new
Ricky
patch.
Popping the Fate of Bolt Throats, just a slight late here to help out the rest of Team Nemesis, but trying to keep the stagger. Rather, the stall in this fight. Collusion, Psionic Seduction following next, and Envy aren't even using up all their ultimates. They win this
Wait,
fight.
as
They
a
have the number
caster,
advantage,
do
and
you
Team
want a
Nemesis has
3-0?
just used up that Doctor Strange
I feel like
force.
as a
They have
caster, you
3
want a
minutes.
3-0 because it makes your
One
job
tap,
easier.
two tap,
Now,
3 tap more. They
but at the
continue
same
just to
a
erase
double-edged
the
sword,
team
you're not
before
going to
they
be
can
casting
even
a
set
hype
up, and that
match.
was just, I mean, a stagger on Scatter. There was not much Nemesis could do, but with 3 minutes, Vicky, again, this is the most important time for this org to come together and show what legends are made of. This game is full of heroes. We're seeing some today. Windows got the Meteor Aim ready to slam dunk. Call LeBron from the top as Speedery's got the legendary himself. Looking to go to this back line as many go. No, he's going to take the Jeff bubble with the boost. It's going to be the Loki Lanterns down, so good protection from them as Kraz gets the back line instead. What an answer. What a call.
Still was
So
able to get
close.
one, but he
gets it.
traded.
There's the Median down, but he pays the
Oh
price.
shit! Hold up, chat.
Yep, Ricky pulled him right back in too to get the follow together with Mellow. That's a big first pick, and a Median will come back with the Ultron Extermination. Invisible Boundary used up here from Dainty. He had no other choice, honestly. He had used up the God of Mischief so early when that Legendary came up. Might as well at this point, but that is one support ultimate that they will not have for this next upcoming fight.
Yeah, as we know, Magneto, the man that moves metal, breaks hearts, has the ult to set things up. As Mello does have the Kraken impact as well. Kalush punching his way through this cave now as the extermination comes out from a Median. Again on the offensive, it's going to be the dunk and the the flush with all the mustard on it. Dinks goes down the window.
Dinks punching the floor right now with another Median M landing on his head as the armed and dangerous.
You know,
making sure
I love seeing that fucking. I love seeing that emote. Jeff fucking dies, bro.
But Speedery now next falls as Scatter catches him with Psionic Seduction.
Jeff tried to eat, man. Got fed the floor there. As he goes
I
back to the
love
room.
that
Mello
fucking
gets Mello
emo,
out
bro.
of this thing. They're pushing in. Tap now, trying to keep the aggression. Kiraz is causing absolute chaos in the back line, but they rotate well. It's Collusion with all eyes on the big guy. Or shall I say, Big Mother there as Tap gets 2, and this is just the finishing exclamation point. 1 minute, 9 seconds. One more fight, most likely, potentially 2, to win this.
I want to say it might be GG's chat, but both teams have no ults. It looks like Speedery and Tap are pretty close.
In this tournament. Mello
Someone's at my front door. Dinks is pretty close. A Maiden is also. Ooh, I hope Envy wins this though. I want to see Envy win this because I want to go to the next games, bro. I think the next games are going to be more entertaining.
Month probably set up that BRB right behind them, and Speedery, look at this positioning. Already trying to go in for the flank. You can see those lamps maybe trying to get forced out.
I don't know what package it is though.
As a God of Mischief,
oh, it might be the close actually. Yeah, can I see that? I want to
stop that because that spawn room is so close to it. Tap looking for Median. It's the trade-off quickly. You are nothing as he shouts down to the seed of last. It's going to be Kaluz getting scattered out of this thing. Mello once again by himself can't get it done. They're causing hunger and havoc to the 4th seed as Speedery goes for more. This is it. 8 seconds left. Spawn room close, Vicky. Ricky up there with the invisible boundary. Nothing to boot for Envy. It's the Meteor. Can he get the full court shot?
The old target focus shutting down Mello time and time again, forces out the swap into the Psylocke. Meteor M, point blank onto Ricky's invisible boundary, disappear. Nowhere going anywhere at this point. And Team Nemesis, they're dropping like flies. They have no survivability. You look at Envy, and they're here clearing the point, the checkpoint right ahead, as well as their ticket to Atlanta.
Once again, Envy cannot be stopped. They're just comfortable down in the lower bracket. They answer the call. We will see them at LAN. It's Envy.
Envy gets to make it to LAN again. Barely, though. I mean, not really, not barely. They kind of 3-0'd this, but...
My gosh, that was cinema.
Way closer.
Nice,
here
nice.
compared to what we witnessed within the last two games, right? Especially with Envy getting off that point in game number 2 of Midtown, and then here comes Envy.
Yeah, I'd rather not 3-0s. Personally, I love the hype of a close match. Oh yeah, I love it when matches are close. I mean, this was 3-0. I mean, the viewers as well. Viewers like close games.
51,000 healing done, while Nero flexing over to the Jeff 54,000. But then you look at these final hits too.
Attack of the close.
Good shit, Bree.
14, 35, 34, 34. Both strategists with 50 and 50. My goodness,
I mean, to be honest with you, you guys like watching like very close games. Watching 3-0s are very boring. There's no hype, bro. But when there's fights coming down to the last like second, like last ults, and the score is 1-1, and whoever wins that goes up in the series. That's fucking good. Oh, also yeah, I'll pay out.
I mean, the rotations were non-stop, Vic.
I got you guys.
And that was with Team Nemesis trying to coordinate
what was the record?
Approaches onto the point when they were
14%
to
18%.
It was a very good attempt, and then you look at Envy, the way that they were able to quickly readjust.
That was kind of a
blowout. Even with the portal play to recontest and cycle through another set of these ultimates, this was such an intense, long overtime fight. By the way, that it's Jeff, the isolation onto Nero and Speedery when he had the Eye of Agamotto that we just keep repeating here, Cozy, was crazy.
Yeah, they had every single Jeff kind of ready to go, and you know, they were able to answer the call, but man, the ones that matter.
I hope the next one comes down to a wire. J3 hype for this one. Oh, this next game is going to be insane. Take care, Shiv. Take care.
You know, we're going to talk a lot about Envy here in a moment.
This next game is going to be fun. Hey, TTK!
Maybe one more that can
TTK.
Next year, Mello.
You have a game to play today, bro. None of this like fake easy games that you've been doing all the time, making yourself look good, like you were playing in J3's content against like bronze players. Listen, no. Now you have a match. Focus up, bro. Lock it in. Yo, Brian, appreciate the massive Prime sub as well, my friend. I'm gonna knock you up. Just boost. Whoa, what? What did Noko just say?
11,000 damage on top of the 52 assists, and you know we highlight Month a lot because he's
MVP Rocket is crazy. Oh, you're just mad that you don't see an MVP from yourself.
Really had a big impact.
Yo, what's up, Brian? Appreciate it. Welcome to Twitch.
Considering that Tap was the one on the Phoenix, so they don't really.
Oh, Kale, I have no idea, man.
You know, they described their strategist Month and Nero, at least back in China, as kind of the heartbeat of this team, and we kind of saw it there and what they were able to do to keep everybody alive, to thrive, and. Again, just what an effort. We saw legit everybody.
No, chat, don't wish him good luck. Don't wish him good luck. Wait.
Evidence. That was just tons of fun, and that's what I expected from Envy. We kind of saw in that domination, and they could snowball from there. Job's obviously not finished for this team. They want to win it all. They don't want to go there as the 3 seed.
Yo,
again.
Noko, can you tell TTK to get out of here?
Big lights on you on the stage as we announce them coming up, and they don't want to hear the 3 seed.
Can we get TTK Daredevil gameplay today?
Yeah,
no, bro. TTK can't play anything else besides one character, and it's Emma. Notice how when the other team bans Emma, you don't. TTK is like it's like he's not even there.
Of Marvel Rivals Ignite.
It's like he's not even there.
Absolutely. Here as we take a look at the bracket once again and the path to where we have been and where we are going. We know Envy, 100 Thieves, and FlyQuest have punched their ticket to Atlanta. Now we find out Dark Zero or Sentinels once we conclude this matchup. We'll be playing Envy there to get to that lower bracket finals. A lot of matches to come up here today, Vicky, but that was
this game, chat.
It's kind of been
this game's gonna be fun.
I'm just saying, we've had a lot of 3-0s around here. They have been entertaining, though.
Yeah, they have been, but I just want to cast some more Marvel Rivals. I want to be able to indulge.
Lexi, appreciate the massive Prime sub.
But our teams, they mean business, and this is what happens when these teams know what's at stake. We're here in the playoffs.
This is gonna be a good one.
5,
this is gonna be a good one.
Best of 5 territory. They're not even giving an inch to the teams that could find their reversal in the ban and pick phase.
Oops.
Well, guys, he's huge. He's Kaluge. We know
EMEA is already done. Yeah, that's that was done last week.
Up, buddy? Way to get it done, and congratulations punching the ticket to Georgia.
Finals is tomorrow. Yes, 7 o'clock p.m. Optic Records for 5 months at
I don't know what it
ESD.
is with this team, backs against the wall to come out swinging because you guys.
Wait, Jay ignoring TTK. What do you say?
When you get pushed into the lowers, kind of like.
What is he saying? Jay. He's just spamming Jay. Is Daredevil good?
Just what this team has kind of gotten to.
When you play him now.
First, before I bridge you with any questions.
I mean, I feel like we've been struggling a little bit like these past few days. Like it hasn't been the case for like the past month. I feel like we've been really strong in scrims. Maybe just like match nerves and like a slight meta shift really did a number on us, but I feel like we get it now, so we're chilling.
Bro, I'm so excited for this next game.
Meta looks pretty good for your team as well. With
I'm
Psylocke
so excited for this next game,
so
chat.
that's what we were just talking about for the show, opening up.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I wanna allow you to get the clap back, by the way, because we had an interview yesterday and you guys had lost it against 100 Thieves. Staring ahead and looking at the possibilities here. Is there any thoughts without revealing too much after coming off of losing out that series where you guys came swinging today and you guys probably wanting to get that run back opportunity versus that team?
Kaluge is just Jay, but with hair? That's not true.
I see like 5 tweets.
Kaluge doesn't have my muscles.
I love it. Those kids love me. It's all right. Those are all my sons. We'll get back to them. We're chilling.
There's a lot of mother, but he's daddy over here.
They're playing on season 4, chat.
I love it because for you guys in particular, you won this thing, you get to land, that's awesome. But I know you guys, you don't want to be announced as a 3 seed going in. You guys want to win this thing right here, right now on the group stage as you go. One difference I've seen, and you guys have always been flexible, but I feel like watching even Window
so-called geek. Appreciate the Master Prime, my friend.
Captain America, which we don't see too much of. We typically, I know you guys can play it all, but for me, I feel like with Speedery, what Tap is able to flex into, that's been a big difference of this
Wait, what did Cozy say?
Back in even June.
Yeah, Tap's really proficient on the DPS heroes. I think swapping him in, like, we open up a lot of possibilities. Like, we have a really strong Phoenix player now. He can play Psy, and Speed can play the other hero.
Damn!
Speed can play Star-Lord with another DPS. I think it's really good.
Damn!
The only thing we struggle on is, like, triple support when he's in. So.
But what happened with Cal?
We'll figure it out.
I did notice one thing specifically, tier 2.
Exiled Beauty with the massive 5 gifted. Absolutely crazy. I appreciate it.
Very flexible with these other compositions. Again, without revealing too much here too. Do you feel like you have
Exiled? I appreciate. You're absolutely crazy.
Stealing
second place of the
kind
week.
of diverted to Bucky play. We've been seeing a lot more often. The Star Lords have been really focused on. Do you feel confident in what you guys have running together right now with that flexibility?
Yes, I feel like Speed can play Bucky. We just didn't do it yesterday for some reason. The only map we won, we played Bucky Groot. I mean, obviously it's strong. We're not going to make the same mistake again. We fixed it.
Well, listen, it feels like you guys are the vets, right? You guys have so much experience on your team. You highlighted that back in China. I feel like, you guys are the Thanos. They should have gone for the head here on this part of the group stage. You guys are alive and thriving. I want to give you the floor, though. I always love to let you, in this thing, speak it, say what you want to the other teams, fuel the fires, and then we'll wrap things up.
I mean, I'm going to watch this next match, and whoever I play, I'm ready to just stomp them out and then play 100 Thieves, because 100 Thieves are getting 3-0'd. Realistically, they're terrible.
Wait, where's TTK? TTK!
There it is. Speaking to his sons, it's
TTK!
Kaluge. Once again, the whole battle, but glad you came on here for the interview, bud. And
Where's he
look forward
at?
to seeing you again, man, in Georgia. Looking forward to hanging out once again. You guys are always locked in, but we'll see you in a couple weeks. Enjoy the win. You got another one coming up here.
He's not even here, bro.
But appreciate you coming on as always. Give my props to the team.
He's shaking.
Okay, thank you.
He's trembling. He's trembling before
Shout out
Bash.
to Gator as well, the coach over there, Vic. Just wants it all, and yeah, I'm telling you, it's so fun. I love when esports are talking